These are the 12 laws of karma. Law number 1, law of cause and effect. What we give out is what we get back. Law number 2, law of creation. Life happens when we actually... I'm going to start over. These are the 12 laws of karma. Law number 1, law of cause and effect. What we give out is what we get back. Law number 2, law of creation. Life happens when we actively make it happen. Law number 3, law of humility. Accept reality before you can change it. Law number 4, law of growth. To change the world, change yourself first. Law number 5, law of responsibility. We are always accountable for our actions. Law number 6, law of connection. Past, present, and future are all linked together. Law number 7, law of focus. We move forward only by focusing on one thing. Law number 8, law of giving and hospitality. Our actions must always reflect our true values. Law number 9, law of here and now. Living in the past blocks our present happiness. Law number 10, law of change. History repeats itself until we finally learn. Law number 11, law of patience and reward. Great rewards always take time and persistence. And law number 12, law of significance and inspiration. Every effort and action truly matters. Welcome to STARCARD Podcast. It's 7-Card Saturday. My name is Breakaway Ray, and I'm on your list of top 5 podcasters who wear a tie even on a Saturday. That's right, it's 7-Card Saturday. How about we get you 7 cards right away? Let's go to the tarot cam. All right, I see we already have friends in the chat. Thanks for joining me very early here on the West Coast. We're going to get you 7 cards. There's probably a story, a really good story waiting for us. The tarot world wants to share one with us. So we're going to see 7 cards to help us chill out while we're having our coffee and pastry this morning. Or whenever you're tuning in, even if you're watching this recording way, way, way into the future, the tarot world wants you to see this story. All right, good morning to the tarot world. Let's throw some cards. I want to say thanks to the tarot world. They sure show us a good show every time we turn on the camera. They definitely make me look good. Well done, tarot world. Thanks for all the great lessons and the fun stories. How about an inspirational message on 7-Card Saturday? We're using the Robin Wood Tarot deck, testing Breakaway Ray's skill with understanding tarot cards. He's only been at this since March. I'm speaking about myself in the third person. It's not how I want to start my Saturday. Oh, okay. 7-Card Saturday. Here's 7 cards. And you know what? This one over here is the final statement. That was easy enough. All right. This is for entertainment purposes only. We're only just having fun with the tarot cards. There's always like some kind of story. There's no accidents. It's always like a lesson or, whoa, I'm trying to adjust lights, everybody. Sorry about the sound effect. That was kind of cool. See, we're all just having fun. We could be lucid Saturday. You want to hang out with Breakaway Ray on a Saturday? Good for you. Let's have some fun. First up, if you want to hang out with Breakaway Ray, it's the 3 of Pentacles. We're building something together. We're hanging out together. This is pretty cool. Nice collaboration, everybody. Thank you, StarCard Podcast viewers and subscribers. Okay, next up, here at StarCard Podcast, we like to talk about the subconscious and the dream world and the tarot world. That's represented here by the High Priestess. She's all about real magic. Next up, yay. We've got a long way to go, says the 2 of Wands. Here at StarCard Podcast, we're trying to reveal hidden information, hidden tools that all humans have, namely our consciousness. It's time for us to open up that toolbox and use what's inside. This card, the 2 of Wands, also says that besides the planning and the projection, the forecasting that we get to do, the universe is saying, we like your plan and we got your back. We support you. We're giving you the green light, go. So, hey, everybody, a message from the tarot world. We're working together with the tarot world, working that magic together as we plod forward. And now that we're in the age of Aquarius, I don't know if there's a lot of people who understand what that means. I'm still learning myself. Well, we were just talking about being on a threshold. We just crossed over into the age of Aquarius. And here we have the 2 of Swords. It's the Crossroads card. So go along with the theme that we just spoke about. We have all these tools in our consciousness that we're not tapped into. I'm going to say that is represented by the 2 swords that the woman is holding. She has all the tools. She can be confident that when the time comes, she'll be prepared. However, she is blindfolded. She doesn't know what the situation requires yet. We don't have all the information. We're just learning about our new existence as humans in the age of Aquarius. All right, cool. I'm feeling it. Let's keep going, Breakaway Ray. Round 2. All right. So normally when I introduce the show, I introduce myself as Breakaway Ray. I like talking about the breakaway civilizations because we're breaking away from the one we're in now. And here is the Devil card showing us that we can easily break away from this. The chains are not really that tight. We're holding on to stuff that we don't need. Yeah, this guy, he could easily just like leave whatever that is behind. He doesn't have to try and drag it with him. He can escape. There's daylight at the end of the tunnel there. So we're doing a good job. We can leave this stuff behind because guess what? There's a lot of promise on 7-Card Saturday here. There's a lot of promise coming our way. That's pretty daring of me right now to say that, these are going to turn out to be good cards, but everybody knows I'll turn a card upside down if I have to. All right. So, I really like this card. I know I shared that with the group before. It's the 2 of Pentacles. I like the colors. I like the guy in the sky. The 2 of Pentacles talks about multiple priorities. And again, that connotes for me the juggling of the 2 worlds, the world that we've been just coming out of from the 20th century and the age of Pisces, and now looking at the new world, the age of Aquarius. We're balancing both parts. If you're alive on Earth right now, congratulations, way to win that golden ticket. Aren't you having fun on surface planet Earth? This is a special time in our history. As we that wire that we're standing on is connected to some kind of mountain, but we're like up in the sky and there's some weird stuff up in the sky. Could it be any more analogous to our situation with the secret space program? Anyway, finally on 7-Card Saturday, shows how good my math is on the weekend. There's 8 cards. Hey, all right, I like it. It's the Temperance card. And we were talking about 2 worlds with the 2 of Pentacles. Now check out the angel. The angel has wings. The angel looks dressed up like it's Sunday morning. That's a formal outfit, I would say. And if we look at the angel's feet, there's 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. And more or less, again, our story. We've got our feet in 2 worlds. And we also have our feet in 2 worlds with the old world and the new world. Another subject we explore here at StarCard Podcast. So the message is basically a reflection of what's going on. If you're tuning into this video, you're ready to work with your higher self and the team here at StarCard Podcast. We're making a plan for what's coming our way. We're letting go of the old ways. We're ready for the new ways. And we got our feet in both worlds. And it's happening right now, says the 8 of Wands. And there I go, talking about the secret space program. This is like the most space program card in all of tarot. I believe that the tarot world really orchestrated this set of cards remarkably. So thanks for joining me for that little miracle. And I'm going to give these cards a toss. Thank you very much, tarot world. Shooting off fireworks every time. All right. So if you would like a reading for the second part of the show, please type in all capital letters in the chat, tarot, please. And then in about 20 minutes or 30 minutes, we'll be making a list to make sure we write down everyone's name and everyone gets a reading. All right. I'm going to come back upstairs and just let you know what's going on. Yeah, great. Great to see everybody. I see we have a few friends watching already. I'm going to read the chat after the show, but I am going to scan for tarot requests in a little bit. I wanted to share with you there's some people that are new. I'm going to do my best to make sure I'm clear. Some people who remember, because they've seen me before and I talk about my previous career in the classroom, I like to plan ahead. And I talked about one day, if you're going to do a certain project this year and the next year and the next year, why stand at the copy machine 3 times? Just go ahead and make it for the next 3 years. And that's where these turkey guys come in. I was making these for the class every year. And I said to myself, you know what? Now's a good time just to stock up so I don't have to borrow the die cast stamp. By the way, it's a time consuming thing because it doesn't always cut through every time. You have to use your fingers and scissors sometimes just to loosen it up. So, you get a snack while it's a Saturday morning in the classroom and you crank up some cool music. You pour some tea, decaffeinated for me, please. And then you use the die cast machine. You make, 70 or 100 or 120 of these. So in case you were wondering where I got these, I'm using them up. Carpe diem. I'm glad I held on to them. It turns out I'm using them. It's awesome. All right. Like to plan ahead. All right. So now I got more news that makes a teacher happy as far as my perspective goes. Yeah, it's these little cards. These little sentence strips. They're called sentence strips. If you are not in education, you may not know. There's a different style on the back there. So now I have 12 of these sentence strips from the 12 laws of karma. And I need to know the 12 laws of karma. I'm tired of saying, I can't remember if it's law number 3 or number 5. Pretty soon I'm going to have them all memorized. This is not hard. I can remember 12 things. If you can remember 10 commandments, you can remember 12 laws. So anyway, you remember a lot more laws than that, by the way. If you drive a car, for sure, then you know a whole bunch more than just 12. So I'm trying to encourage you to follow along and learn because it may help you. It may come into play later. It may give you a different perspective on the things that are going on in your life, right? So what's making me happy about this is that there are There are 12 of them. That's 12 titles of StarCard podcasts. I'm going to get a little countdown going. We're going to start with number 12 and go down to 1. And this also salvages my crisis with constantly trying to have to come up new material. Now, Providence has always provided, the universe has always delivered great lesson plans. And I just want to say that this is pretty good. Now, I've already got like the 12 Laws of Karma recorded on the Tarotpedia playlist at StarCard Podcast. And now I have the opportunity. I'm so thankful for this opportunity. I could take each one and examine each one more closely in a podcast. And the extra benefit is that we're talking about the 12 laws of karma, and that's a spiritual thing. How easy and how appropriate is it that the tarot world gets a chance to comment on it? The two go together seamlessly. We'll discuss the law of karma, and then we'll hear from the tarot world about it. So that's how we're going to go. I want to show you some of the tarot decks that we're using today. You may remember, if you've been following along, you may remember that I've got a bunch of other decks. I have the mermaid deck. I have the neon deck. I have the stained glass deck, the one that I worked with at the very beginning in March. In any case, if those are the ones that you're interested in, I can go dig them out. There's a couple of steps away. But these are the ones that are sitting on my table today. Whoops. Well, you've already seen the Robin Wood Tarot. This is another, classic deck that you should know if you're really going to be a tarot card reader. So this is the one that I've been practicing with at the opening of the show. And it's a challenge because, these cards don't have the words on them. So I really got to know my stuff. But I've got a lot of practice in. Come on. So I can handle it. That's not a big deal. I also got, it's the Robin Wood Tarot's handbook. And I'm going to be looking at that in a minute. So I got a fan favorite right here. This is the black foil deck. I'll show you what the card looks like. Yeah, there's the world card. It's nice and shiny. It's very stiff. It's also slippery, I would say, but look at that beautiful back. Okay, so I know we got a couple of fans out there that always make sure they request that one. That's fun. Okay, then there's this one. It's called Old Style Tarot, and it's not actually a classic deck, but it's based on the classic decks, and it's wonderfully done. And then I overlooked this last time I talked about this deck. Check out the name of the guy who created it, Alexander Ray. We're not related. All right. Sounds pretty cool, though. Oh, yeah. And then there's this one. It's the 88 Gemstones. 88 Gemstones. Let me show you this deck one more time. This will be on request only, right? I mean, you can request anyone you want. It's really not that hard to do with any of these decks now. I mean, I got a good skill set, right? I think I know what I'm doing. But anyway, let me show you. I think this is it. Let me throw a little light up here. That's the wrong one. Hang on. There we go. All right. So anyway, beautiful back. Okay. It's a nice shuffle. It's a really groovy shuffle. And what I want to show you was it's the Fool card, right? It's gold on black. And there's no number on it. So like when I first got it, I really like how these cards look. These cards shuffle nice, but they didn't put the numbers on them. And so when I go to like reorganize the cards, when I'm done with them, I got to know those 22 cards in the major arcana in order. That's not such a big deal for me anymore. It's worth it to enjoy a good look at these cool black foil cards, these 88 gemstone cards. All right, so I'm going to go now to the handbooks. Hey, this is StarCard Podcast. This is StarCard Podcast, and I want to share more about the Star card because it really does go along with what's going on. So I'm going to organize my table a little bit, and then I'm going to read to you about the star card from the various books that came with these tarot decks. Thanks for being patient, everybody. We're going to get to your readings pretty soon. I think I've planned it okay. I got good planners helping me out. So this goes here. All right. So from the Robin Wood Tarot, here's what it says about the star card. The star card, hope and faith, a blending of the best of the past and present. Bright prospects, mastering the occult arts, an awareness of two worlds. Gee, I barely need to read anything else. An awareness of two worlds. Right, everybody? Okay, and then let's read from the 88 gemstones about the tarot card. About the star card. Shit, dude, this thing is thick. The star card, hope, optimism, healing, balance, spirituality, health, well-being, peace, wishes, vulnerability, success, balance. And the attributes it lists for the star card are Aquarius and air. The star card depicts a woman kneeling at the edge of a small pond, holding two water containers. One container pours water onto the dry land as if to nourish and ensure its fertility. The lush green land around her appears to indicate that it is working. One foot is submerged in water, indicating the woman's spiritual abilities and inner strength. The other foot on the ground demonstrates her practical abilities and strengths. Behind her, there is a large central star surrounded by other stars representing the chakras. I didn't know that part about the chakras. All right, so on with the show. We're going to go back to the 12th law of karma and hear from the tarot world, and then get to audience readings. Awesome. And we did 7-card Saturday. Cool. Today is day 1 of the 12 days of the 12 laws of karma. Law number 12, law of significance and inspiration. Every effort and action truly matters. Right now, I invite you to ponder in your mind some of the smallest, seemingly most not noticeable actions someone did that basically benefited you, helped you out, brightened your day, and they didn't even realize that they were doing that for you. They were just being themselves, and just because they were shining their light, it helped lift the shadows off of your mind. Give that a pause for a moment. Could be a stranger, of course, and it could be someone in your life on a regular basis. And isn't that special when there is, or if you are the person who is someone who brightens someone's day just by being yourself, shining your light. In the classroom, there's no doubt about it. Every time a kid smiles, it's inspirational. And everyone's ready to smile when you're going to school and having a good time. All right, so now I wonder if the tarot world would like to comment on the law of significance and inspiration. In a way, lifting people's spirits just by doing the right thing, having integrity, following your soul's path, shining your light, trying to leave planet Earth in a better state than it was when you got here. All right, let's get Breakaway Ray's cheat sheet cards, the one with all the notes on them. Thank you very much. Yeah, good timing. All right, Tarot. Whoops. All right, Tarot World. Would you like to comment on the 12th law of karma? Because this is the first day of the 12 days of the 12 laws of karma here at StarCard Podcast. The law of significance and inspiration. Every effort and action truly matters, even from how you think about something. Think about the energy you send out, you powerful StarCard Podcast viewers. Just by thinking about something, how you think about something affects the reality around you. It totally ripples and changes everything, right down to your thoughts. What are you thinking about? Time to bust out the notebook and figure it out. Here's what the Tarot World has to say. Yes, that's right. Who better to comment than the professor of spiritual laws, the Tarot World? A great guest speaker here at StarCard Podcast, commenting on the 12 laws of karma. I should throw 12 cards. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Well, no, I'm not going to throw 12 cards. I'm not doing that. Come on, Breakaway Ray, that'd be fun. No, that's all right. I'm not ready for 12 cards. What's going on with the lights here? Yeah, let's glare. All right, come on. All right, so here is the Tarot World's comment on law number 12, starting with the Queen of Pentacles. One moment, getting my glass so I can read on the card. Nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. When you're a parent, you're always setting a good example as you're going through life, enabling a successful day, a successful week, a successful month, thinking long range. Yay. I'm glad to see the Emperor card showing up because that's easy. The Emperor talks about power, and a lot of times we're talking about being in charge of our own mind and our own thoughts. You know, it says right here, the law of significance and inspiration. Every effort and action truly matters. Channel all your energy into that direction that's going to benefit everyone so you can shine your light better. The Nine of Wands says sometimes it comes with experience. Here on surface planet Earth, we're all dealing with karma. We've all been through many, many lifetimes. And guess what? A lot of that wisdom and those tools come into play now in the lifetime that you're in right now. The Ace of Pentacles says when you gather all your thoughts, you know, that you are well suited, you are managing two worlds, you are setting a good example, you have good intent, you're in total control to channel this intent, you have the wisdom and the know-how to channel this intent. Bam, Ace of Pentacles, new project, new opportunity, new life, new reality. Yes, you have become the Knight of Cups, which is the knight in shining armor. You rescued yourself just by thinking. And then the Five of Swords talks about conflict, which is what we see a lot of here during your lifetime down here on surface planet Earth. I would like to turn this card over. Excuse me. There's something on the opposite side, the reverse side of the Five of Swords. Oh, it says a desire to reconcile, making amends, desire to forgive. Yeah, I'm turning this card upside down. So again, if we're talking about karma, you know, we are all in the spirit world, you know, getting ready for our lifetime down here because we couldn't do this up there. we had to come down here so we could sort out our issues. This is the only place where you could play. Okay, this is the sandbox. This is where we get to build the castles and have fun and cooperate together. So we're going to take the Five of Swords, and while we have the chance down here, we're going to forgive. We're going to make amends. And then the Ten of Wands says we will have accomplished a great many things. Maybe we will have concluded the bulk of the karma issues that we have to deal with. I'm thinking about how many lifetimes we have to come back over and over. Anyway, I don't want to get carried away on that point. I really feel like the tarot world sent a good message here about what we come in with and the tools that we have and this opportunity that we have to overcome all these things basically through love. And is it going to be a lot of work? Yeah, but it's going to be the end of a lot of work if we remember. Law number 12. All right. Thank you very much, Tarot World. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I'm ready. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, yeah, I thought it was going to be faster than that. I'm ready for the second part of the show. I'm going to give these cards a toss. We're going to get a piece of paper. We're going to say hi to people in the chat. We're going to find out who wants a reading. And then next time, we'll bring out law number 11. Yeah, I was going to break out the book and do something from the book, but now plenty of lesson plans ready. I don't have to scramble so much. So I can work on other projects. All right, let's find out who wants a reading. Yeah, let's come upstairs. I know guys are missing out on the pumpkin. I'm not getting rid of that pumpkin. That guy's loving it. He's living large back there. Yeah. Cool. And I don't think I think it's going to be the holidays at StarCard Podcast all year long. Yeah, again, my birthday is tied to the tree, and it looks good. I don't think I need to change it. Maybe I'll change my mind later. I don't have to argue with anyone. I'm in charge down here. Let's find out who wants a reading today. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to read. I can't wait to find out who's in the audience, who's in the crowd. Gotcha, Puck Elf. Good timing. One card for Puck Elf. Putting you down. Thank you, Puck Elf. Good morning, Puck Elf. Thank you. Also, don't forget, you can, if that wasn't, that's how you do it, everybody. Breakaway Ray is going to be looking down in the corner, right? And then he got a timing perfect. You can also request, which deck you want. All right. Anyway, one card for Puck Elf. Well done. Johnny Anderson, I see you. Thank you, Johnny. Good morning, Johnny. All right. Oh, Lisa Talcott. All right. Good morning, Lisa. I'm going to write you down. And I will scroll back up in a moment, everybody, just to make sure. All right. Heavenly Cups. Hi, Heavenly Cups. I'm going to write you down. And, you want the old style. All right, cool. That's a fun shuffle. I don't know. Can you guys hear the rain? Flixlove. Hi, Flixlove. I see you hit the top fans button. Shall I put you down for a reading? I'm still scanning to see who's requesting. Thanks for joining us, Flixlove. Oh, Julia Anchorhaven. Hi, Julia. I see you want the Mermaid Tarot. Let me write you down. Yeah, good job, Puck Elf. I saw your first message just now. I got Johnny Anderson again. Right. I got Julia. Still scrolling up. Yeah, I got. All right, way to go, Johnny. Okay, so now I'm going to read the list that I have, and we'll have time in case I missed anybody. You can put your message in the chat. There's plenty of time, and but let me just let you know what I've come up with so far. We have Puck Elf, 1 card. All right. We have Puck Elf with 1 card, Johnny Anderson, Lisa Talcott, Heavenly Cups with the old style, and Julia wants the mermaid deck. Okay. All right, and we'll check in a few moments if we have to. So now let's get Puck Elf a card. And in that case, I'm going to dig out the old style. Oh, you know what else? I'm going to take a drink. So here you go. Yeah, I'm going to use one of my 3 timeouts. All right. One moment, everybody. All right, play ball. What I like about this deck is that it comes with a blank card, and I'm leaving it in the deck. I want to see what happens if that card ever shows up. Because then you would have to fill in the blank if you got that card. All right. Here we go, Tarot World. Your chance, Tarot World, to interact with people around the world. What a special opportunity for me to have you all here at StarCard Podcast and connect you to the Tarot World and connect you to each other around the planet. Aren't we having a good time? Glad you could join me. How about a fun, helpful, inspirational message for our friend Puck Elf? Sweet. It's the Sun card. Awesome. A perfect card for Saturday. Everything's going to be all right. Everybody's having a good time. The sun is shining where you are spiritually. Have a great day and a great weekend, Puck Elf. I wonder if we could take a better look at this card. All right, so there's some flowers. Unlike the traditional tarot cards I've seen so far, this one has 2 figures. That's a nice bright sun. Look at that expression on that sun's face. Yeah. All right, cool, Puck Elf. Thanks for inviting me to read. Okay, next up, it's Johnny Anderson. Right, here we go, Johnny. Thanks for inviting me to read. That's like my mother-daughter lamp when I'm moving one part and it bangs into the other one. Still want to get the... Here we go. Let's try that. All right, Johnny. How about a fun, inspirational message for Johnny? I know it's hard to top what you just did, Tarot World. But I know you got some fireworks for Johnny. Long-time subscriber. Here we go. How about a fun, inspirational message for Johnny, please? These cards are for Johnny. Wow, okay. These cards are for Johnny. Thanks for inviting me to read, Johnny. Let's have a fun, inspirational message. Let's go with two more on 7-Card Saturday. All right, I think we could see him. Who's this guy? All right. First up, all right, it's the Crossroads card. It's the Two of Swords. We may not have all the information yet, but we're ready to go. And whatever this is, this sounds exciting because it's the Nine of Cups. It's a wish come true. It's almost like you're planning for the weekend. Which amusement park do you want to go to? Do you want to go to Five Flags or Mousy Land? You know, because it's your birthday. We saved up for this. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, like I said, we've been planning for this. It's the Two of Wands. I'm excited about where are we going to go. We're going to visit the real Matterhorn, or are we going to go down to Nice and check out the south of France? Well, here is the Eight of Cups, which is the walk away card. Maybe the path leads us to some place we've never been before. Try something new. I guess the Five of Wands says there's going to be some discussion. Some people might prioritize things in a different way from others. There seems to be a solitary figure like the Hermit on the Hermit card who illuminates the whole situation for everybody. That sounds like something a parent would do. You know, yeah, it sounds really cool if we all went motocross riding in the desert, but only you would be best suited at it, my young son, because the rest of us are not motorcycle riders. We got to do something that's right for all of us. We're floating everyone's boat in this joint. And then finally, the Ten of Swords says it'll be the end of a painful episode deciding what's going on. I don't know. Maybe we better read Ten of Swords carefully and turn it upside down if we have to. So the Ten of Swords says painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal. These are such melodramatic terms for deciding where we're going to go on a family vacation. But let's go ahead and keep it going here. Painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, crisis, failure, collapse, and defeat. But wait. The reverse Ten of Swords says there's only, it can't get worse. We can only go upward. It's regeneration and regeneration, recovery. It can't get worse. There's only one way to go, and that's up. That's why I'm turning the Ten of Swords upside down. There's your reading, Johnny. Right on. I hope it was a fun reading. Thank you very much. Next up, it's Lisa Talcott. Here we go. Yeah, you're welcome, Johnny. If anything, I hope it made you laugh. All right, these cards are for Lisa Talcott. Thanks for joining us again, Lisa. I'm sure the tarot world is happy to see you too and wants to share an inspirational, fun message. How about a fun, inspirational message for Lisa Talcott, please? Thank you very much. Looks like everyone's having a good time in the chat today. Thanks for the courtesy and respect you show each other and me. I really appreciate it. All very high vibe, everybody. Thanks a lot. These cards are for Lisa, and this one popped out for you, Lisa. So let's start with that one. Seven-Card Saturday, I can do it. All right, so the Eight of Wands, as you probably recall, Lisa, is all about, well, it says about flight, it says about travel, and it also says something's coming in fast. So let's find out the story of what's coming in fast or what's happening soon. I like that. I like, that notion because it says we're predicting the future here. We're telling you what's coming at you. The Two of Wands. Someone made a good plan, and the universe said you had a great plan. We give you the green light, go. So maybe it's time for us to launch whatever it is we were about to launch. Smash that bottle of champagne on the front of that boat and put that boat in the water. Okay. And then the Hierophant says social acceptance. It also talks about learning and ceremony. And the Eight of Pentacles talks about diligence and hard work. And let's see what else it says on the Eight of Pentacles. I like this card. Diligence, passion, high standards, apprenticeship, mastery, skill development, repetitive tasks. Sometimes people get jealous of people who have accomplished things, but guess what? They accomplish things because they set their mind to it, they have experience, and they train for it, and they stuck to it. So that's just something that comes across my mind when I see these cards together. I don't know why I think anyone else should matter. These cards are for Lisa. Right. So anyway, let's find out what's going on here. There's more to say. Yeah, I was waiting for him to show up. It's the Emperor, the guy that's in control. And then the Five of Swords. Well, now it's an echo, isn't it? The Five of Swords talks about abuse and conflict. So, again, I guess there's an authority and not everyone agrees with the authority. But the authority is the authority for a good reason. And in a way, the universe has promoted the person who's worked so hard to get into this position. Yay. And then the Empress says, in the end, look, you got the Emperor and the Empress on either side. It's almost like saying, you know what? Our two sons are always at each other's throats, wrestling in the living room. Those guys, just boys being boys. And here's your mom and dad. We're still in charge. We're still in control. Hey, that was a fun reading for me. I hope it was entertaining for you. Anyway, whatever it is, you've seen the future. Have fun. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Tarot World. Interesting throw. Okay, we're going to change decks in a moment here. Let me give these a toss. Heavenly Cups is up next. All right, Heavenly Cups. Yeah, these are beautiful cards. Thanks for inviting me to use these. I can't wait to look at these pictures. It gives me a great opportunity. I really got to know my stuff. There's no words on these cards. All right. Cool deal, Lisa. Thank you very much. All right. And now these are for Heavenly Cups. These Heavenly cards are for Heavenly Cups. And one just popped out for you. Might as well get it going on. Here we go. Heavenly cards for Heavenly Cups. A fun, inspirational message on 7-Card-Saturday for Heavenly Cups, please. Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's check out these cards. These cards are photogenic. They look nice on the wood tabletop here. I'm trying to get the... What's the deal with the lamps? All right. First up, it's the Queen of Cups. She's ready to sit on the patio, Saturday afternoon barbecue. She's even got her pet bird up on her shoulder. Very relaxed. Everybody can be cool with the Queen of Cups. Everyone wants to hang out with her and listen to the stories because she just got back from the salon. She knows what's going on. She's so fun to hang out with. Next up, we can all feel fortunate, like the Queen of Cups. We're all lucky to hang around her. It's the Wheel of Fortune. It's the luck card. Look at all the people surrounding the Wheel of Fortune. You know what? When you're lucky, people gravitate to you. And if you are, if you got a winning vibration, people like hanging around winners. It's going to be a good barbecue. Cool. Yeah. It's another woman with a bird. It's the Nine of Pentacles talking about the fruits of their labor. I'm going to go back to the barbecue idea. Again, they both have birds on their shoulders. How fortunate are we that we all get to hang out and relax this weekend? We really saved up for this opportunity and planned well. Maybe we're thinking about Thanksgiving holiday coming up here in a couple of weeks in the United States. But for sure, just Saturday afternoon, make Saturday afternoon this one, your pre-party for Thanksgiving weekend. Practice this weekend relaxing with your family, making plans for the big party coming up on the 27th. Let's go to the second row here. We're still hanging out with Heavenly Cups. I'm turning into a general reading for everybody. Oh, are you planning for the holidays? Is that the deal? Cool. Next up, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords talks about relaxation and rejuvenation, going with our theme of Saturday afternoon at the barbecue, hanging out with the family, having a good time, relaxing our minds. And then, doesn't it feel right? It's another woman reclined and relaxed on Saturday afternoon. It's the Justice card. So isn't it right for us all to relax with our family, give mom or grandma a call, the ones who helped us get there? Wow. Then it's the Judgment card. And the Judgment card talks about swapping out what's old for something fresh and new. What a great exchange this Saturday afternoon, getting together with family and friends at the barbecue. You know what? You can forget about your worries from the last week, because if we remember one of those laws of karma, we need to live in the present. Let's refresh ourselves this weekend. This is for Heavenly Cups. And then the Eight of Pentacles says, you know what? After all that relaxation and fun, the Eight of Pentacles says, now we can get back to work. And since we're refreshed, we're going to do a better job, right? And that's what we really want. You got to do your little cycles of work and relaxation. Hey, Heavenly Cups, these are heavenly pictures. Thanks for inviting me to throw them. Hope you had a fun reading. Let me give these a toss. Got it. Okay, Heavenly Cups, I see another message. We got 2 more requests. I appreciate your help. Let me get a piece of paper and update my list. So, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Ooh, I almost ran out of paper there. Okay. And High Ascending Universal Butterfly, and you want the gold foil deck. Got it. Challenge to my shuffling skills. And then Flixlove, I think I saw that you wanted one. Right. Okay, got it. Well, let's get Flix down there. Thanks for the help, everybody. And then, right, I got to get the mermaid deck for Julia. Okay, that'll be one moment, please. Happy to get it. Just a second. Wow, tarot cards are way better than the 8-ball. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, so that's right. Julia's up. It's the Mermaid Tarot deck. Again, another gigantic guidebook. Oh, but such a beautiful guidebook. Wow. I'm going to keep this nearby just in case. All right, so this is for Julia. All right, Julia, so industrious of you out there in the UK, connecting to people around the world and in the spirit world and off-world. Way to go, Julia. Let's get you a fun, inspirational message for the middle of your weekend. I got to admit, every time I go on the internet, I sneak a peek at Julia's channel just to see the influx of views that she's getting, because she's doing good work over there. Again, creating quite a network, building up a Rolodex, but no one's Rolodex is ever going to look like Rob Khalil's. Here you go, Julia. Some mermaid cards for you on 7-Card Saturday. I keep saying 7-Card Saturday. I'm getting my turkey out. Here we go. Come on, I spent time coloring that, so I'm going to show it off. Here we go. 7-Card Saturday. Here we go, Julia. These cards are for Julia. This one too. All right. These are the ones I want. Thank you, Tarot World. Let's see what's going on for Julia. Obviously, this is very entertaining. I don't need to say it's for entertaining purposes only. I really dig the back of the card. Definite underwater feel. Okay, so first up, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. This is the mermaid version of Julia on the computer doing her job, following her soul's path with this new project, this new opportunity that's coming to her. And look at the light from the sky that's illuminating her because she's right in her soul's path. Next up, cool. As I said, she was on the internet. This is the World card. She was on the World Wide Web. Yay. The color was getting me a little bit frightened there, but this is indeed the Queen of Wands. She's the zest for life lady. She's filled with determination. Here's Julia going on the World Wide Web, showing a zest for life, starting a new adventure. And then it's the 10 of Swords. Ouch. Well, the 10 of Swords, the best part, of course, is that it's the end of a painful episode. I would say just getting to where you are right now was quite an accomplishment and required a lot of effort on your part, even probably in an emotional way. So I want to say the hard part is behind you now. You hear the sentence? We're looking at this guy's back. The hard part is behind you. Oh, wow. This is the Devil card. Now, I don't know how well this shows on your computer, everybody, but the Devil card shows a mermaid apparently in a cage, and it's a little bit hard for me to see, but I'm quite sure the cage is not actually closed. You remember we were talking about the Devil card. There's a trap, but you can easily remove yourself from it and, rejoin the ocean and the sea. So this talks about letting go of something, letting go of a past identity, perhaps. Because, cool. Yeah, this is classic tarot, Julia. I mean, I've seen this so many times on, with these two particular tarot throwers I like to follow. We have the Devil card and then we have the Sun card. The Devil card is saying, let go of whatever that was. So the Sun card says you can let in the light of the good stuff that you can now have. So, release the negative, no point. And by the way, you release it, you just made room for all that light. And then finally, we have a lovely rainbow here on the Page of Pentacles, which is talking about having this new opportunity and this new project. Great. Thanks for inviting me to read and for pulling out the mermaid deck. Again, lovely pictures, lovely images. I'm glad I could finally keep up with them without the words. All right, let's see who's next. Ascending Universal Butterfly wants me to challenge my shuffling skills with the gold foil deck. That's going to be fun. You're welcome, Julia. Gold foil deck. Here we go. Awesome. That's right. I just said that. That's kind of cool. There's the book. Dainty and effective. Here's your foil card again. Ooh, I'm getting some daylight out here in California. Not necessarily sunlight. As I said earlier, it's raining. All right, having a lot of fun out here on the West Coast. Let's shuffle some cards for Ascending Universal Butterfly. How about a fun, helpful message, please, Tarot World, for Ascending Universal Butterfly? You always send her in the right direction. Can we please have a fun, helpful message for Ascending Universal Butterfly? Ascending Universal Butterfly. These cards are for Ascending Universal Butterfly. Okay. All right, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Let's see what happens. Every time we throw them, it's always a good story. These cards look nice. First up, the Ace of Swords. Mental clarity. Truth. Great. It also talks about a breakthrough, by the way. Mental clarity, breakthrough, truth. And then check this out. You got the 10 of Cups. You got the Dream Come True card. Some kind of breakthrough. Great. It looks good. Wow. How about the World card? Whatever this breakthrough is, it's a dream come true. It's going to change your world. It's going to rock your world. Wow. See? Fireworks. So then the Five of Swords shows up. And remember, if we turn him upside down, he was talking about forgiveness. And even today, we were talking about how we take this opportunity while we can down here to make amends, to balance our energies so we don't have to come back and do it again in another lifetime. Yeah, you know I'm going to turn it upside down. This is StarCard Podcast. I turn tarot cards upside down. Okay, and then here's the Fool. So, of course, once we had a breakthrough, when we had this opportunity to come down to planet Earth and make amends, and this is a new adventure. Maybe your adventure is actually starting right now. Maybe I'm the guy that's like shooting the starter's pistol for you, letting you know that you just started. So here's the gunshot. You're watching StarCard Podcast. So go chase the moon. Go chase the subconscious. Go chase the higher planes. Go for it. There should be like a Queen of Wands, some kind of seize the day card. I think I don't have to say that. You already know. You're already on that path. Okay. Thanks for involving me in your tarot read. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Tarot World. That was cool. Everyone liking and sharing and subscribing to StarCard Podcast. Let me give these a toss and let's see what we could do for Flixlove. Yeah, you're welcome, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Here we go. So, Flixlove, I don't know if you requested a particular deck. So I'm going to grab these unless you send me a message in time to change things. Here I go. All right. How about a fun, helpful message for our friend Flixlove over in the continent of Europe, I think. A fun, helpful message for Flixlove, please. I like it when Flixlove's in the house. She always participates in the chat. She has a clever way of looking at stuff. Whoa. I think this card wanted to come out for you. So you might as well get started on 7-Card-Saturday. How about a fun, helpful message for Flixlove, please? A little inspiration for Flixlove on her Saturday. Have a good time, Flixlove. This is the card. Okay. So this guy wanted to come out right away. I got my fingers crossed here. All right, the Knight of Pentacles. This is the hard work guy, and this is the guy that I want in charge. And it talks about hard work. Let me get my glass so I can read it more carefully. There it is. The Knight of Pentacles, hard work, productivity, routine, conservation, efficiency, responsibility. Work harder, not smarter. Wait, that's not right. Don't do that. Don't do what I just said. Work smarter, not harder. Because, hey, I'm not doing this enough today, huh? So what I meant to say was work smarter, not harder. And then while I was thinking about you, Flixlove, obviously when I think of the country of the Netherlands, I think about the canals like in Amsterdam and how cool it would be to live in one of those boats. And I also understand from watching a video about that, several videos, that you really got to plan ahead when you're enjoying life in a boat in a canal. Anyway, while you do that, while you enjoy that relaxing life, if you work smarter, not harder, you get your water, you get enough food, and you're prepared like for the snowstorm or whatever in the canal. Anyway, those are the things that were crossing my mind. I don't know if it applies to you at all. Let's go back downstairs and finish off your reading. Let's see what's going on. Being efficient. Well, this guy knows what he's doing. He can ride a horse while he's holding on to the project. Here we go. The Queen of Swords says, you were right. The Queen of Swords talks about unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, and perceptive. Hey, you were right because the Knight of Wands says you've seen this before. You're experienced. You already knew what they were doing when they were doing it. No one's fooling you. You work smarter, not harder. Okay. Speaking of working harder, here's the Eight of Pentacles. He's all about diligence, persistence, high standards, passion, mastery, skill development, repetitive tasks. That's how you get to ride the nice horse. Okay. All right. Look, it's the Three of Swords, and I'm already holding it upside down. Let's see what the reverse Three of Swords says. Well, hang on. Recovery, forgiveness, optimism, releasing pain, moving on. That's right, moving on. Maybe slowly. Maybe it's going to take some time, but you are moving on. Yay. Guess what? You're in connection with the High Priestess. Maybe you are the High Priestess, but you can move on because you got a lot of magic going on. You see beyond the veil. And then, nothing on planet Earth is easy, says the Ten of Wands, but eventually all the work will be accomplished. So keep up the good work. Look at you go. Right on, Flixlove. Have a good weekend. All right. That is the last reading on my list, but that doesn't mean it has to be the last reading. I see Amy in class. Did I just say class? Hi, Amy. I don't know if Amy wants a reading. I'm trying to see if anyone else wants a reading. Let's go upstairs for a moment. Hi, Amy. Thanks for tuning in again. Is there? Yes. So someone did ask for a reading. Is that Amy down there? Yes. Great. Okay. We'll go back downstairs. I'll get you a reading, Amy. Cool. Maybe I should. Yeah. Thank you, Heavenly Cups. Now I see it. Thank you, Amy. All right. I'm going to bust out the mermaid cards for you, Amy. Here we go. The King of Cups. That's like the tarot world pat me on the back. Good for you, Breakaway Ray. We want to throw one for Amy. Here we go. These cards are for Amy. Thanks for joining me this weekend, Amy. Here we go. Hope you have a good one. A fun, inspirational message with the mermaid cards, please, for Amy in the chat. One more tarot throw. Here we go. These cards are for Amy. The fun, beautiful mermaid cards. This message is for Amy on 7-Card Saturday. All right, Amy, let's see what happens. First up, it's the 3 of Pentacles. It's a picture of a young lady, maybe a mermaid, probably. Yeah, she's got, I see her fin there. And she's like collecting flowers in the lily pads or whatever. The 3 of Pentacles talks about building something, implementing something, talks about collaboration and teamwork. Cool. Wait till you see this, everybody. It's the 3 of Swords. Oh, it's not that cool. I'm sorry. It's the 3 of Swords, which is the heartache. And I mean, I was saying, it's quite a dramatic image, seeing the dead whale and the mermaids look like they're all broken up about it. So it's a painful episode, but we like to turn this upside down and talk about, recovery and moving on. So that means, well, anyway, let's find out what it means. Let's turn some cards and find out. Oh, another dramatic card here, maybe melodramatic. The 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is like the sleepless nights, the anxious vibration. So there is a 9 of Swords. There's a mermaid at the bottom of the cliff. And I don't know why anyone would, put a tent there at the top of that cliff. It's cold. It's freezing. The water's crashing against. Yeah, you could get a big wave. Anyway, you can't go anywhere. Those swords are trapping you. But you're the one who put the tent there. So isn't this like a construct of the mind a little bit? Maybe things are not as bad as they look. I'm always trying to put a positive spin on things here. There's been some kind of pain. Maybe we're dwelling on it too much. Love these cards. Wow, very dramatic. Here's the 4 of Swords. Looks like a mermaid in cryogenic stasis. I said stasis, cryogenic stasis. But it's the rest and rejuvenation. This guy's in med bed. This guy's in the rehabilitation tank there. So you're starting off with building something new, and you got a team that's going to help you get past and forgive whatever this heartache was. And you know what? That's like the outward world. That's what everyone recognizes. That's what everyone can see. But don't forget, you're still preoccupied with it. I'm making up a story here, Amy. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that this turns out to be a real positive message, because we're going in a positive direction. We're going to take a break. We're going to relax. We sleep on it. We don't feel so bad about it the next day. Okay. And again, we got a team going here helping us out. Next up, here we go. Check out that positive image. It's the Knight of Wands. Charging energetically forward. Tomorrow is another day. Bring it on. I can handle anything. I remember who I am. Whatever this was is in the past. That was the last row. This is the row I'm on now. Okay. And then the next card, I'm going to have to read it. The Knight of Cups. Did you just get 2 knights in a row? Dun, 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 dun. Can you hear the horns blaring? The Knight of Wands and then the Knight of Cups. Wait a second. Is that the Knight of Cups? The Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor. Okay. So, you're the, the knight in shining armor. You're the one in charge. You got both guns blaring, if you're in Texas. And finally, it's the Page of Swords, and you're on to the next project. Okay, you learn your lesson from this experience. You've meditated upon it, and now you're ready to move on move forward onto whatever the next project is. Okay. Right on, Amy. You always have a good read. Thanks for inviting me to read. Those are beautiful cards too. Let's see. Did we just, yay, I see we have another request. All right, hang on. Let me give these a toss and see what's going on here. Wow, Amy, thanks for that feedback. I'm as gratified as you are that the Tarot World sent that message to you. So glad that you involved me. So I see there's someone named Victoria who would like a reading. All right. So hi, Victoria. Thanks for joining us. I tell you what, I only see Victoria, and I'm going to call it at Victoria. All right. Is it Victor or Victoria? It's Victoria. Victoria Jade, I think. All right, Victoria. I see now. I'm catching up with the messages. Good. All right. So Victoria, you'll be my last one. You know what? I'm going to take out these old style tarot. No, we were grooving with the mermaid. Let's keep grooving with the mermaid. All right, here we go, Victoria. These cards are for you. Thanks for joining me on Saturday morning here on 7-Card Saturday. How about 7 fun mermaid inspirational cards for Victoria? Thank you, Tarot World. Tarot World, might as well shoot off whatever fireworks you got because we're closing up shop after Victoria. This is going to be a fun one. 7-Card Saturday. These 7 cards are for Victoria. All right. Starting off with 3. 1, 2. Here we go. 7-Card Saturday. Here we go, Victoria. Here we go. So first up, wow. Cool. Little old world flair for you. It's the Tower card. Really enjoying these images. The Tower card. Maybe we got to clean out the closet. Maybe there's things we got to change around the house. Maybe there's major changes we have to address. But whatever it is, we're clearing out what's going on. The old world is crumbling. We're about to start a new world. So let's see what happens after all that stuff falls out of the closet. It's the 10 of Cups. It's going to be a dream come true. We don't recognize it. I guess, no one's more guilty of it than me. Okay, we don't recognize that sometimes these disasters, how about almost every time, Breakaway Ray? Almost every time these disasters happen, and it turns out to be a dream come true. You make something better out of it. I mean, that's like I should write a song. It's the story of my life. But anyway, these are for Victoria. And then guess what, Victoria? It's the Ace of Wands. There's magic in the air. So, maybe some stuff doesn't apply anymore, doesn't work for us, it doesn't serve us anymore. And it turns out it's a dream come true because now there's more magic in life. We can create more magic. We have an opportunity for new things to happen because the old ways are gone. Yay. It's the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is well prepared to take care of the family and also to be a mom and to offer love and even emotional and spiritual support. It's hard to be a breadwinner and also to be a parent at the same time. That's why we have childcare. I'm just speaking logistically. All right. But anyway, the Queen of Pentacles is a remarkable person. This person can do both. Okay. She doesn't miss a step. Nine of Swords again. So the Nine of Swords is talking about anxiety and sleepless nights. Yeah. Sometimes when you're doing both jobs, the inner and the outer work, putting the food on the table and offering the hugs. Okay. When you're doing all that work, it can be stressful, but we're going to turn it upside down because it's only temporary and you're ready for the challenge. You're making new magic. You may not even see where this is heading. Again, the Tower came down. It's going to be a dream come true. We don't know what kind of magic is going to happen, but be prepared, be confident that you are prepared for it. And there's going to be a little bit of nerves every time you step out on the stage. Everybody gets a little bit of stage fright every time the curtain draws open. That's good. We channel that energy into something positive. Okay. And then it's the Hermit card, someone who's showing the light. Maybe you'll be the person showing the light, setting the example. Even if it's like an adventure, you don't really know where you're going. Again, you can be confident this person's got a light also. You can be confident. We don't even really need to worry about this part. Is this upside down for you? Yes, it is. Good. So finally, in the end, it's the Seven of Pentacles. We're thinking about the long term. Am I correct? Let me look at this card more carefully. Yeah. So in this picture, the mermaid couple is with child. The woman appears to be pregnant. How lovely. What a lovely image. We're about to start a new family here. We're about to start a whole new chapter in life. How about that? So you went from an old life, and here's your transition to whatever this new life is going to be. Well, congratulations. Wow, what a lovely, wonderful message. Look at you, Star Card Podcast viewers, bringing all your beautiful messages to my living room. Thank you very much. It makes me want to have a great weekend. I sure appreciate everyone inviting me to read. Now, I'm going to close up shop. We'll see you next time. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but within the next 48 hours, because on Monday, by Monday, we'll have a tarological forecast for your week. Thanks again, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I might add, if you've watched this video so far and you're still listening, I invite everyone to check out the playlist. Psychic Liz Cross appears on StarCard Podcast. There's a video in there where Psychic Liz Cross and Breakaway Ray meet Queen Califia of the island of California. I just want to say that's a really spectacular video if you haven't seen it yet. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Let me close up shop. And thanks to Psychic Liz Cross. Yeah. Bye-bye.